I think one of the things about interoperability standards is their importance in drawing together the good work that has gone on throughout lots of the educational organizations as well as some of the suppliers on the vendor side. The biggest fault that we've had has been in our enthusiasm to create good software and good products. There has not been an equal enthusiasm to make sure those products work together, which is why the glue that really is going to bind that good work together is interoperability and the standards that underlie it.
Interoperability standards have been probably the most important aspect of our being able to incorporate tools that we haven't developed specifically in the Sakai community. Our campus uses a Sakai-based learning management system, and the fact that it's web services oriented means that interoperability gives us essentially the same functionality as a tool that was built into the system without us having to do the kind of heavy lifting needed to incorporate it.
Interoperability standards reduce the friction of innovative people to create something that can be put in the hands of the end users.
We had a great example of a small company called Noteflight. Their video is on our website. It's probably a one-person company that has developed a great tool for a web-based tool for musical composition. This is the type of product that no one would have ever invested any money into integrated in to the learning environment. It's a niche product. Your school of music might have a very small number of students, depending on the size of your institution, and it's certainly not something that a learning management provider is going to build an application for. They are not going to build a module for musical instruction. And yet what's happened with Noteflight is instantaneously, because they used the LTI integration, they were able to automatically integrate that tool into a wide variety of platforms, starting with Moodle to Blackboard and Desire to Learn.
What I see happening is so many tools these days that you want to deploy in a learning environment are actually developed by the people who understand what needs to go into the tool. And that makes it actually easier for, say, a faculty member or a student to use it because it was developed by another user. And what IMS gives us is the leverage to implement the tool that came from a good source to begin with, not primarily a technologist solving a technology problem, but an educator solving a pedagogical or curricular challenge. And because IMS creates the standard for making it interoperable, people who want to use it, know how to use it, and know the problem they're trying to solve are able to leverage it very, very quickly. And that makes us productive.
What I do know is that the only way we will figure out the right thing for teaching with technology is to have literally hundreds of thousands of bright people thinking about it rather than 5 or 6 companies thinking about it.
We've done a number of implementations with institutions with our platform, which is an e-textbook platform and a learning content platform. And we've been able to do the implementations with institutions in very, very small periods of time. We have an implementation right now at the University of Michigan that's fairly well publicized. That was, the parties again were brought together by IMS, and it took very, very little effort on both parties' side to get the implementation done. So in that regard, it's very, very efficient. If you can bring tools into the market, and if you can impact the institution's success rate with its students, and do that in rapid succession, certainly that provides benefit to all.
And so we kind of took the path, less traveled for standards. We said we're going to hold ourselves to a higher bar where we actually deliver on interoperability, and we're doing that now, and that's what's exciting. That's what's exciting to me, because we know that this is holding our industry back. There's absolutely no doubt that the ease by which technology can be integrated into a solution is directly related to the confidence that buyers will have in buying that technology and being able to actually make productive use of it. In many cases, technology has been bought, but it has not been productively used because it has not been possible or easy to integrate it with all of the other purchased equipment and so forth. So when something is standalone, when you've bought 10 different pieces of technology and they're all standalone, then it sort of puts the teacher in a difficult situation because they have to decide, well, which of these 10 standalone technologies do I want to invest my time in?